Hey y'all, it's evening. I'm gonna turn on my hip hop. Getting to work. My cute little cars are now much more interesting. They've got more complicated wheels now. An undercarriage, and they have mirrors. Mirrors are important because we had our little meeting and everybody loved the cars. And they were like, yeah, we can do all kinds of stuff like blind spots. And I was like, I don't really do blind spots if we don't have mirrors. So, yeah. Thing. Oh, anyway, somewhere. Norch my other. There we go. What Brent's printer is doing. Brent's printer is still printing. Still going. All right. The problem, of course, is now that I've borked my car pretty good, I've got to fix it. So here we are fixing the car. Pieces. Like this piece here, I don't even know where it goes. That piece. That's what I was afraid of. Like a weird subsection of the bottom. Yeah, these are all weird subsections of the bottom. Now they're all uniformish. Rear view mirror. Probably best to protect from this view. Are there no other? Wait. There we go. There. Okay. Newfangled rearview mirror.
Hey, Kai.
Hey, Mariah, I'm broadcasting.
Hey, Kai. Oh.
What's our problem?
I told him about
I want $1 million.
interrupt your broadcast to apologize for
Hey, look, I've modified my car. It's got better wheels now, and it's got mirrors.
Ooh, mirrors. Those are important.
Yeah, because when I was in my meeting today, he said, "Oh, great, we can do blind spots." And I was like, "Can't really do blind spots because we don't have mirrors."
Better plan. Are you clocked in right now?
No. I'll probably do that.
We're working on these models. You should be clocked in. If that's the only thing they're going to ask you to do, you better be clocked in when you're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's so true.
This is like my life's motto. Don't work when you're not clocked in.
Mm-hmm. I'm an artist. I'm used to not being paid for my work.
Well, you can get paid for this one.
Yeah, I just don't think about it.
Yeah, is there anything else I need to do before bed?
I don't know. Is there?
Well, Alexa's going to the shower next. Should I put these up?
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
It's good thinking.
also, you should have them off. I just remember a shower recently. Very long. That's
This time I clocked in.
went to bed. I
Okay.
turned off all the lights downstairs. I mean, the unnamed child whose name we don't say when we're broadcasting. Turned off all the lights downstairs. I went to bed.
Okay. Good night. I'll see you in a bit. Well, I won't see you in a bit, but I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm setting an alarm for 7:30.
Okay. Sounds like a plan that involves 7:30 and walking. So what we're doing here is we're building this. We're building another one of those random spots somewhere. Very not cool. Really? I mean, just in principle, what are you guys? Where in the world? Presumably. And that's where they're ultimately end up. Random little interior pieces, but that's okay. All right, we got them all together. Now, if you've ever wondered So this is how you actually, this is how the sausage is made, sort of thing. How to make 3D things. And there we go. Okay. We have effectively unwrapped the hull of this car. For better or for worse. Now we're gonna save this whole thing because this is kind of a pain in the butt to do. And honestly, logistically, if I were to be smart about this, I would make the wheels of the car on here too, which probably is something I need to do, realistically. So we're going to do that as well. Which means maybe I want to really kind of shrink this down. Because the undercarriage of the car, I'm probably not really going to do much on. You're wondering what I'm doing over here, though. The shift key will allow me to, these are all interior pieces here. The shift key allows me to fine tune a movement like that. So I'm going to hit the shift key to when I'm twisting things around, turning them like that. Because we're going to put the wheels in here on this as well. And the steering wheel too. We're going to put all of that on here. So we're going to rotate this guy 90 degrees. Why do I want these maps to be exactly correct? The answer really is because at some point we're going to need to get some space in here, eat some space up so I can use some of this area for stuff, namely other stuff, right? This is the back bumper. And really what needs to happen is these guys need to be back to here, which is where I had them before. And then this, which is the tail lights section, the back bumper, tail lights, stuff like that, needs to be here, right? Now we're gonna move. These little widgets are just things that are dark right there. But this is the dashboard. And the reason why it's so big is because I want to have as much space on here as possible to put the gauges so that the gauges are nice and clear, right? You want to be able to see the gauges. So we can move this here. And all of these pieces are all the top of the vehicle. I believe, I hope. Now I'm looking at it going, well, maybe. There may be some missing pieces from the top of the vehicle. Right? Because we're looking for only things that are on the top section. Okay, good. So those are the fins, the top of the fins, top of the bumpers, and should also be this back section, but isn't. That's all right, it should be. We'll get it straightened out. Right? This is the back bumper right here. So we're going to go on ahead and make this exactly like it's supposed to be. All right, we'll turn this guy 180 degrees because that's the way it should read. Right, just like that. And put it right there. All right. What we can see is that the fins of the car, kind of put them like this. I can move them up to about here. And that'll give us some room to move this section up. We should make it just a tad larger. Just large enough that it clears. And that way we can do this. Right? And we can bring the fins back down. Right, and then they read correctly because they actually kind of touch the actual fins down there at the top and bottom, right? So there, now you can kind of see what we're talking about. Okay, that's good, makes sense. Right, then the roof is this guy right here. Like we're missing pieces, like right here. It really is open. Okay, I thought it was just messing around, but it's not. We really are missing a hole here. We've got holes in this. That's not good. Holes are bad. Right? So let's go ahead and put that in. Yeah. See, now it's trying to connect crap that it shouldn't be connecting. Okay. That one's already connected. Okay, good. Now we can just kind of select these guys up here. Like so. Wonder if that was open before, or if it opened whenever we did all of the weird cutting we did on this. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. So this is actually an interior piece. I kind of really want it over here with the interior. I don't know where I want it with the interior, but I want it with the interior because it's going to be the same color as the interior. And these guys are okay. All right. Now that we've kind of fixed that little weirdness, that was a weirdness. Right. So there's the roof. Now it looks kind of like we smushed the car and stretched that out, but that's all right. It all works. I don't know what that part is. A very leading edge. And really what we should do is put these in the line, so to speak. Like that, right? I kind of feel like we could probably do something kind of like I don't want to do that. So here's the thing. If we change the size of something, then we end up with a problem because the lines that I draw on here to make them look comic, like a comic of some sort, get too wide in some areas and too small in others. So that's part of our problem. We don't really want to. We don't want to do that any more than we absolutely have to. There's a head of this too. Okay. However, let's see, this one I might be able to scale just a little bit like so. And that won't change the lines significantly when I draw it out, but I will be able to park these guys in here, like so. A little bit of overlap's not going to kill us, but that gives us a little bit more room, right? Because all of this needs to somehow fit right here, right? And like that's what this whole thing is. It's got to fit right there. Now, with that, we can now take this guy out. These are all the pieces that are the inside. We can rotate this guy 180 degrees. Like so. Rotate this guy 180 degrees. They're just little triangles inside the mirrors. But I've made this guy. He can be a little smaller, but he's now a clump of interior, right, which I can now park right over here. All the interior pieces now can live really close to the edge right here, and that way I can get all the interior pieces to be the same color by just coloring that zone. On these, now this just looks good to pieces too. So it's the steering column, which it's just one color, so I don't care really. That is all the same critter. Which is also an interior piece, so I'll just put it right here. Right, and then that way I don't have to worry about it. And this guy, we rotated him a number of times. We're rotating him again. But it allows me to make him just a little bit bigger, so we can stick him over here. Stick him down here as close to the bottom of this as possible. There we go. I left this big open area in the center now for our wheels. Wheelie we will. Okay. So we're going to go back into object mode. I'm going to select everything and then go to edit mode. You can see what happens when we do that, right? Because we got issues, right? So we're going to go to object mode. We're going to just select just the wheels. We're going to go to edit mode. Here are our wheels. Wheelie they are. I'm going to move them over here. Because really everything under there is just going to be black, black, black. So if I just do this, I'll have just one wheel. So we'll go ahead and say project from view. There's one wheel. Because it's okay if we just don't make these complicated. Project from view. Another wheel. All right. We do the same thing. Project from view. Project from view. These are really the only parts that are important. The rest of it's just going to be black, right? It's either undercarriage or something else. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to crunch it down like so. And then go like this. And that's all we need to worry about. Come back to that in a minute. Now we're going to switch to the steering wheel. Say edit mode. We've got all kinds of wild crap going on with the steering wheel. Right? So the only thing we really want to make sure we get is you, and you. And then go like as level as we can with it right here. As level as we can and say project from view. That's the front of the steering wheel. And you, and you, and you. Do the same thing here. Do the same thing. I think this is the back of the steering wheel. Okay. And then maybe you, kind of at weird angles. So. I have to correct its angles at some point. All right. This is already spun out. all I need is just grab it. This interior ring. Like so. And that's this. So all I have to do with it is do this. Okay, and then that becomes this, and we're good. The rest of this then is this outer ring. And I'm not exactly sure how it works. But it looks like we can just squish it like so. And it'll be fine. There we go. And that's how we do the steering wheel quickly. Now we can put it together in some logical way, hopefully. So this is the bottom. This is the back, isn't it? It is. So I'm kind of paying close attention to this just in case we ever get to the point where, I don't know, I'm going to put a horn on here, or, put GT on there, or maybe just A, right? Because it's the A car or B car or C car, and you'll be able to see which car it is by what it says on the dashboard. Right? I mean, plausibly, it's not a bad idea. You don't need that big either. However, Sorry, somebody's watching cat videos. All right. Now we can talk about this. I'm going to move this into here. We're going to resize it so that it makes some logical sense. Now what's happening here is because these maps are 3 different pieces, I will export them as different pieces. The program knows which pieces go where. So it'll be able to do just fine on relocating things. And the next thing we want to do is move the wheels over here. We're going to make the wheels like so, because we want to be able to size them up, take advantage of the space we've got in here. The rest of the just undercarriage stuff. Other stuff in the car is black. There'd be no real spot for that, so there we go. Wheel, 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 wheel. There. Now I've got like a bigger space here. And since these are the mirrors, I'm going to have to use them as mirrors at some point, and I may have to put something in them to indicate things going on behind the car or something. I'm going to make them bigger so I can peek on them. That's the rear view mirror up here, and these are the side mirrors. So knowing that that's the case, let's see what they're at. I may want to put something in them or something on them so that I can show what's going on if I need to. All right. I like this. Generic card 2. And then we will export wavefront object. Suspension. Generic card 2. Export. Steering wheel. And we'll select all of it again. Go back into edit mode. We'll come back over here. And we'll go up to UV and we'll say export UV layout. Right. And we want to make sure a couple of things. One, we want to make sure it's 3000 by 3000. And for reasons that I've never figured out, the all UVs is never clicked. So it only exports whatever you selected, which is nothing. So it'll export nothing. And this allows us to go in here and open mirror.png, and that gives us the entire car's layout, which we'll work on for a bit here. I'm going to take off the apply to connected pixels only. That's going to connect. That's going to connect everything that's selected. It's going to select things like that. I'm going to hit Control Shift I. I'm going to go up a level, up a layer, outline selection, draw on the inside. If we do 30 pixels, it gives us that, so that's not bad. We do need to be in black though. So we're going to outline selection, but I'm going to draw on the border, and that gives us the ability to have the lines on both sides. That's important because the last time we did this car, we kind of didn't do that, and so we ended up kind of with a situation where the car had sort of a thing. So had white lines between everything because the pixels weren't in good alignment. So here are a couple of things we're going to deal with. One is the undercarriage of the car is going to be a dark gray. So I'm going to just go ahead and go work like that. And then that makes it dark gray and it's all good. But we're also going to kind of do all of this in black. Rather than mess with it, I'm just going to go like this. This whole section over here is going needs to be black, right? Not a big deal. But if we go here, this time we do this, like that, like that, like that, like that. We can come up here. I like gray also. And go beep, 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 beep. And sort of this darkish gray. And deselect. So we can go beep, 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 beep. And now we have tires, right? Easy peasy. The other things we're going to want to make sure we cover in here. Now you'll notice that the interior is going to have to be really separate compared to the exterior, the outerior. So I'm actually going to go through here. I'm going to do this. No, we did that the wrong way. Like this. We're going to delete this. I'm actually going to kind of go back in here on this the interior and just redo the lines. And it's all because the lines being as thick as they are won't help us in this one. Come back in here though with 8. Like that. It's a little bit better. Come back in here. Real reason to clean something. I don't know. I'm sure it's of vital importance. I'm always kind of somewhat curious as to what MSN seems to think I want to hear about. I mean, sometimes it gets it right, and sometimes it says Star Trek. But most of the time, it's like, the real reason the Queen died. You know what? I really just don't care. I really don't. I don't care at all. And I get that some people do. I don't know if that's a good reason to think that. I caught it saying something about the real reason and something about the Queen. She's not my Queen. I'm not a subject of hers, so it doesn't mean. I mean, I liked her. She was goofy, very entertaining. But legitimately, you know, it's academic for me. She was a lovely lady. Very entertaining. all I'm doing here is just going around. Like little thing. Here's where the header board is for the review mirror here. So like, well, and the header board doesn't really. And it's just enough to just show that it does the thing, you know. But the interior's got to be thinner lines than the exterior. I believe this part's interior color too. And I'll even write that on here so I won't forget. We were a little sloppy the first time around. We're not going to be as sloppy this time. Because this time, we're going to represent correctly. It's the dashboard, right? That's got to be. Right. Turn signals, shifter knobs, all those things are right there. All right. I'm gonna do this guy. So. I'm so thinking this whole mess. Okay. That's just some delineation lines there. No. All right. Now that we've done this, I'm gonna add a new layer underneath it. I'm gonna call this cream. They always make the interiors of cars. I'll call it that. Right. That generic car cream interior. All right. Sort of a creamy generic color of the interior. I feel like I could go in here with this guy. Yes. I mean, like, this whole area back here. Right. Now, the outside of the car can be something completely different. We can do that. Although we should make the bumpers silver. That should be enough to test the vehicle. Right, so we'll bring in the hull. Bring in the suspension. Bring in the steering wheel. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put all of these on the same critter, so that when I re-up this, we're going to do a few things real quick. The surfaces, select all the surfaces. We're going to do all the same things to it. We're going to bring that right. We want to make sure it's all there. Next thing we're going to do is the Lotus diffuse. That's this new one that we just made, right? And it's going to cover everything in the vehicle. Oh, we have a glitch. You just had to glitch. Allows me to see a couple of the errors. That's one of them right there, right? The back bumper came out okay. Not really. It's an interesting glitch there too. We'll be able to fix some of the glitches. And here's the other thing. We're going to take this and put it on generic car as well. We're going to take it and put it to a value of 50% gray. And the reason behind that is it gives it a little bit of light. Man, it is glitching all over the place. You just had to do it, didn't you? Yeah, couldn't stand it. Okay, so what we're going to do to fix that problem, I don't know if you were seeing what was going on there. We had these weird triangles going through the middle of the hull. That's in this one right here. We're just talking about this hull piece, right? What we're going to do, we're going to go in here, we're going to add a modifier. We're going to say triangulate. Okay. By triangulating that gets everything into exact triangles. We apply it, then we export. And make sure it's selection only. There's a cartoon object. Export. And that should fix that problem. Move that. That wasn't really what we needed to do. We could probably save this ugliness here. It's this. And we'll do the same thing. There. And we'll double check real quick, but you can see now those are much cleaner. Right? We'll do the same thing we just did with these. Make double sure that everything is still connected to the correct spots. Right, generic car, 50%. Diffuse color, generic car. We've got to go down here. We've got to drop that angle down because what the default angle on this is a little funky. Okay. And that fixed the weird cutting that was going through there on that. So that's that fixed. So, good job. And of course, the reason we want the suspension to be different is because then we can do acceleration, deceleration by doing the weird things. And really what we should do is do this the other direction. Make this way, and then this way. And that way, the car can rock back and forth in the suspension. So which will be important when we want to slam on the brakes, right? Or accelerate, right? Both of those, or just, boom, 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 boom. It could be fun. All kinds of stuff we can do with this. Okay, let's fix a couple of things. First of all, the headlights piece, a little off there. We chose poorly. Okay. Is it here? Oh, let's find out. It is. All right. Do that. Do that. That's what we want. It's not to say that we probably don't want something up here on the front, but what we really want on the front is headlights, right? I want. The last car we had, they were like that. It could be like that. We're going to just tap a new layer. We're going to just put in that. And I'm going to raise that up to there. And we'll duplicate it. Right here. Because we're most definitely going to want to be able to see the turn signals down here. So there's the headlights. And those can be dim gray because they're off at this point in time, right? Because we want to actually kind of tone down everything, unlike the last batch. The last batch was not really rigged for animation, so I'm going to try to make a little bit of a better batch this time, knowing that I'm going to be needing some stuff on some here. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to put a new layer in. I'm going to put a turn signal that's big and recognizable. Because we need to indicate a turn pretty clearly. Excuse me. There we go. And we'll do tail lights the same way. This time I'm being much more careful with this. We're doing a better job of it. It's not that I was trying to be not careful or whatever. I kind of like my three lights reminiscent of Mustang tail lights. Cool. Right. Again, they're off. So I'm going to make them kind of dark like this. That way when I turn them on, if that will have a version of this to turn on. They'll look different. One of the things we can do is just steal license plates from the last ones, because they were pretty cool, but the license plate was pretty nifty. License plate straight off of it, and put it in right here. Where it went? There it is.
Five minutes remain.
5 minutes remain, guys. And it's going to go boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And once it's done that, we should get an update here. There we go. Now it looks like we got the tail lights, headlights, wheels, mirrors. There we go. That's a much better vehicle. Got suspension now. The steering wheel turns, which is useful. And when we're inside the vehicle, now we actually can see its control panel. And it does kind of look like what you'd see whenever you drive, you know? Like that, right? You can see the controls. Right? That does look like all right. Okay. We've built ourselves a little car. It is not the prettiest car it's ever been prettied, but it is good for this job. I love the fact that the body is sort of an I mean, that just becomes funny in the book. All right. And now what we're going to do is really quickly put the lettering on. A. Right? Nope. All right. Let's save as a car. Nope. Now we can go into here and just real quick make sure we've got everything set. And you need to be set for the new one is browse car 2A. So this are A's on the side, right? And we're just making sure that the ambient also says the same thing, and the steering wheel now says A. Right? The thing is, the way we've set up the steering wheel, we'll have to fix this, and I'm not sure how I'm going to fix it at this point, but we'll figure it out. I should be able to turn the steering wheel at some point in time. And not today, but we'll get there. Right? There we go. So, a car. I'm not 100% sure we need to figure this all out, but that's all right. We'll figure it out at some point. Not today, though. do it a little, but it's the right size. Just makes it a little easier to get the dimensions through if it's a bigger thing. So I'm gonna actually make it 500% that way. It's still big, but not that big. All right, a car. There you go. Look at her. Looks like that. Right? Not bad. Small improvements make big differences. And now log out. Okay, guys, I'm out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.